cloud channel. You can see some
orange to say it's transmitting.
Yeah.
So this interface may be useful for you to monitor feeds to be able to see what's happening. So once that's started, you can see that Roy is now transmitting.
And this is the available bandwidth that you got from your Wi-Fi at the moment.
For you? Is that not too bad in terms of...
It's not very high.
It's not high for transmission.
I would say you want more than that.
This in a second.
Oh, hang on, it's just gone up. One thing the unit does, it ramps up adaptively, so it takes a little bit of time to increase. So what you see immediately is the first bandwidth is straight available. It's not necessarily what it will get to.
Yeah.
So you can see Roy's actually pushing the output to a YouTube now. So you can see this. This is a YouTube channel that anybody on the internet can stream to and see what we're looking at. You will see the delay, as Roy said, is not that low because YouTube processes it. But if you see my hand like this, probably in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, it takes longer, of course. When you stream to SCI output, it's the same as you said.
Yes, that makes sense. It's kind of like a YouTube live channel, which is like slower than the actual...
Yes, so you can see my hand now. Go back to Early Central for a second, Roy.
Yeah. Channels.
So you can see actually what I said about the bit rate. You know, you've actually got 9 megabits per second. So on your Wi-Fi, this is fine.
This is
fine.
This is really good. Okay. But bear in mind that you are only on one connection here, so if something happens to your Wi-Fi network, someone resets the router, somebody starts downloading a big file, this is going to vary, this is going to drop, which is one of the reasons we have the different interfaces available.
So if you put in Wi-Fi and the LAN cable and
the two are bonded together.
Will this increase that because it's like the total speed?
Yes.
Or? Okay.
Yeah.
It
won't go above about...
fluctuating.
So you see, for now it's down to 2, which is, you know, a bit on the low side. So it does fluctuate. So having 2 will give you a much more stable.
Yeah.
Having 4 will make it more stable still. Okay. Now, in the situation where you did have 2 SIM cards, that gives you the best situation because you're using 4 different physical networks which are completely independent of each other.
Yeah.
So you're really hedging your bets across them. Okay. And we have some tools in this management system to be able to cap the bandwidth. So if you don't want to use the cellular data very much, you can basically restrict the amount of data that goes over those.
Yeah, I will. In a minute I will stop the transmission and show you how it works. If it's interesting, we can speak about how to stream to your website if you are going to do so. You're not sure about it. Okay, but just for you to know that it's available and you can configure it yourself from this management tool. Okay, there's a plugin issue with the recency and form.
I don't think we... What do you think, Gillian?
Sorry.
Gillian.
Gillian.
Gillian? Sorry. Would we want the option to live stream it to our website?
At the moment, no.
I mean,
You need to know.
know of anything.
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay. So within LU Central you can see video preview, so you can see in this management system as well as the bit rate, you can see what the video actually looks like. You get a bit more information here down about what each individual interface is giving you, so you can see our Wi-Fi is giving us 8 megabits per second. If we had SIM cards and LAN connection, you'd see figures attributed to each individual interface for you to see what's happening. We have a graph so you can see bit rate over time. So this is interesting because you can see how stable your Wi-Fi is, and it does have some holes.
Yeah.
So using it on Wi-Fi alone to do an interview with a broadcaster is probably not
Ideal now.
not optimal. LAN is more stable, so that would be a better option.
Yeah, I think that's the basics of LU Central.
Yeah. All right.
And basically, because, as I said, it's if you don't have LAN, if you have the cellular connections, the main application for this system and the benefit of it is that if you want to go and walk, if I have SIM cards in this, I can walk to the tube station, go to Trafalgar Square, the transmission will continue.
Yeah.
So you're always sending the live video.
Yeah. There we go. We're all alive.
Okay.
These SIM cards, are they like regular
That's regular.
phones? Yeah, but I mean, I know you have different sizes. No.
So this is micro SIMs, and that's what. Okay. So regular micro SIMs.
Okay.
And does it matter whether it's purely like a data SIM card or like a normal SIM card?
Because we're only using the data, it doesn't make sense to have a phone card. I mean, it's not that you couldn't use it, as long as it has a data connection available, it should work. But there's no reason to have one that has a phone telephone. But you could take the SIM out of your phone and use it in here.
Yeah,
as long as the APN settings are correct, it should work.
It's nice to see the quality of the encoder if you look at the water here. So you can see how transparent it is.
Yeah.
See the colors. Of course, on an SDI screen.
It's 480p, right? 480p?
Yeah, this no, this is 480p at the moment.
Alistair's on a live stream. You're on a live stream. We're testing a live stream. No.
I was dreamed of this moment.
Should have made it a private channel next time.
Perfect. No,
So
then.
that's the basics of it. We have two versions of this device. One which does not have the internal modems, so it doesn't have the option to add SIM cards, and one which does. You know, the benefits of both. The one without the SIM cards is less expensive.
Yeah.
The one with the SIM cards has the benefit that you get to add that additional resiliency. So it's about how reliable the connection that you're using is. If you're not sure about it, I'd recommend the one with the SIM cards.
Because you never know. Yeah.
It's just that you have, you know, you can pick Vodafone 3, which network, but let's say it's Vodafone E, you've got two different, completely separate telco infrastructures that you're relying on, and you've got your connection here. If you've got three different broadband providers, the chances of all three of them having problems or going down is really, really low. And it really is giving you, you know, better availability, really.
I mean, again, it's not breaking news what we're doing here, but it is, you don't, you know, if someone's interviewing the editor-in-chief, you don't want, like, it would be quite
The internet connection's down.
bad
today.
if that happens, yeah.
And does it go down? Do you ever have problems with it?
Yes,
Occasionally.
So, you know,
yeah,
hanging it off that alone is
yeah.
Not, I didn't know.
probably, as I said, it's up to you guys. Our product is making best availability of the network and the devices available, but we're not providing that network interface. We don't have any guarantees on the availability of it, so if it's there, we'll use it as best we can.
Yeah.
If it's disappeared, then
Yeah.
we can't do anything about that. What we can do is utilise as many different ones in the best, most efficient way possible.
I think another nice thing that you can see is that although you didn't see any quality decrease while we streamed to YouTube, although there were some little fluctuations of the bandwidth. So it's really nice to see that the algorithm did handle it. Of course, if it's very drastic, you will see something. That's why for reliability we need to bond several interfaces together.
And if we decrease the delay, that will make it more apparent. Right? If there's like an inside out of it, you see it more.
It's more able to deal with those fluctuations. It's also more able to use different interfaces. So, yeah, if you've got different round-trip delays on different interfaces, if you have the lowest possible latency, it doesn't have that much chance to utilise two different networks which have vastly different delays. So the more you increase the delay, the better general resiliency you have.
What about size, film size? So this, now we're actually on quite a small frame rate, I guess. But if you have like an HD quality thing you want to send, how is there any difference in that?
No,
Else you need a different
You can do
delay.
1080i, P60.
What we're doing in between is if the bit rate, if the network connection gets really poor, we're basically downscaling it, changing the frame rate, adapting
Okay.
in the transport mechanism, and then reversing those changes at the other end. So if you put 1080 in and your connection drops to a few hundred kilobits per second, we're going to downscale 1080, slow the frame rate, change the resolution, do a low bit rate, and the other end convert it back. So you will always get 1080 out the other end.
Yeah.
Now it wouldn't look very good in that situation, but it always passes it transparently.
Yeah. Okay, no, fair enough. That's good. Good enough. So if we know the connection is really bad, it's smart for us to already downscale it
Yeah.
in the camera.
Yeah, if you know that you've
Yeah.
got a really poor connection,
Yeah.
you can try and put a low resolution.
Yeah.
Will be more sensible.
That's all pretty clear to me.
Yeah. See
Yeah.
how the internet is.
I think the important thing, you know, the critical thing for it is, as we said, having the receiving servers and the ability to send to people, because that is there. So there's 5,000 of them. Most of the main broadcasters have the receiving servers, but that's not part of our offering. You know, you've got to have that agreement with them.
Yeah.
So we can set it up so that you can exchange with them. but that's got to be something that's agreeing with those guys. So I can't promise that you can use a stream to NBC. They've got to agree with that. They can, but
Is it possible to like get a list of providers, whatever?
Maybe if you can do that the other way around as well, we can do that. But we can also, if you have a list of your customers, it's different.
Every time.
Okay.
Someone else. I mean, yeah, no, it can be literally any media cartoonist.
I mean, I think we've got about 700 customers, so it's. I don't know if we've got a complete comprehensive list.
I guess.
The best place I've found to just get a list of indications, actually, if you don't mind a second, Roy. I find this useful as a list of kind of people that have heliocentric inventories, without trying to go into too much detail about them, about what they have, because I don't know them all. But you can see here, these are organisations that have live view inventories. So
I'm mainly interested in what
I can scroll down.
That's
count them here. There's 1,000 and something here.
Yeah, so that's kind of the list of people that have an inventory. Now, they may not all be active, but they have some sort of account. Most of them will have active receiving servers.
Yeah.
I don't know the Japan market intimately, but I can ask my colleague that looks after that area. I know NHK have units, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm also not familiar with the customers.
I don't know the others that well.
I think, yeah.
There is one of the Japanese channels in London has a unit. I forget which one now. Fuji. Fuji TV. They have,
TV are customers.
yeah, they're a customer for sure because they have a unit in London. Those are the only two that I know personally. But
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
I'll get some kind of list for you just to have a...
Yeah.
see, one of the challenges also is probably finding out who in that organisation knows about it. Because if you speak to somebody in the editorial team and say, "Hey, do you have a library server?" They probably don't know.
Yeah, we have an
So,
ANN, FNN, Claycon,
ABC Australia, SBC
ABC Australia, yeah, we have.
SBS Australia.
SPS Australia, let me check. I'm not sure about it. It's not the most accurate list. ABC I can tell you for sure.
You can take some notes down.
SBS Australia.
SBS? SBS, yeah. Yeah, we do have SBS.
That's good. CTV Canada. CTV Canada.
CTV Canada. CTV. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we have them.
What's that one?
NOS.
NOS.
Yeah, of course. They're Post customers.
Yeah.
No.
The NOS.
Biggest one in Switzerland.
SRT, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Space.
RTL.
RDF.
Sorry?
RDF.
I think it was RDF.
ZDF,
ZDF.
ZDF, of course, their customers. RTL. SRT.
RTL as well.
We have a receiving server at NX, the European News Exchange, so any of the NX members can receive content via that as well,
Okay.
which is useful.
Feeling your problem.
Yeah. I think, and it's also the bigger ones that want. It's not going to be a very small local news station.
The US ones, all those who have local bureaus in London, they are our customers of NBC, CBS, CNN,
ABC.
well as Fox News, of course.
Bloomberg, you mentioned.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
In the UK, BBC, Sky, ITV, ITN, News, London Live, BT Sport, they all have
Bloomberg.
Bloomberg.
All right. That's good to
There's an
know.
AP.
Anything else?
No, I think.
I'll take you guys to meet Stefano and you can talk about internet wide.
Network.
What is that for us? Yeah.
Perfect. Okay,
He's our IT guy.
cool. Yes, that's probably everything we can show you from this side.
Yeah. And then we'll just ask for you sort of like quotations
Yeah.
and how much, roughly.